I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony.
Give me a sec, you guys. Oh, I can't hear myself. I cannot hear myself. There we go. I can hear myself now. Oh my goodness. I want to move this, but if my cat comes to sleep. Rafnar, how dare you call me a nerd? I am not a nerd. I am a weeb. Big difference. Big difference. There is a big difference. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna sneeze. Hang on. Hang on. Maybe I'm not me. Wait. Okay. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Wow, that was a good one. Wow. Who you calling Pin? I haven't called no one Pinhead. Is that another word for nerd? I've not heard that before. You know what we'll do? Yeah, I've got a good idea. We're going to move this over here so that if my cat ever comes, it can come in there. And then what we're going to do, because, you know, the whole reason I changed this was so that people can see my cat. Yuri, hello. How are you doing? Give me a sec. Give me a moment. We need a moment here. Let's see now. Do this. Ooh, maybe this will work. Oh. We just gotta angle this a bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think this kind of works. Sort of. You can sort of see the cat if he were to be in here. You would see him right here. You just wouldn't see all of him. What I'm trying to do here is like make this so that when you can see us, but there we go. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Oh, right. SpongeBob SquarePants. It's been a long time since I have seen that show. I used to watch that when I was like a kid. I was super young. Got my day off early. Supposed to be 3 to 4 days ahead. Always good to get off early. And always good to have it. Yep, no. Is that why you're here? Even though I'm a little late? By the way, we're doing the Snowbreak update. How old was I when it came? I have no idea. I don't even remember. I was young though. I wasn't a kid. I wasn't a baby. I was definitely like, hey you. Oh, you can't even see my cat now, even though he's like right here. Daiki. You coming over? Oh, now you can see him. Look at that beautiful, graceful figure. So long. Oh. Oh, so you're all ready. Look at him. Oh, he's going. I thought maybe he'd want to come back over here. It is. Oh. This is cute. No, I like this. Good music. Acacia. So you got like Acacia's normal form is super fucking adorable. Then you got the hot form. I can dig both of these. Yeah, no, I can get into this. And you just see my cat's butt right here. Oh yeah. Look at that. This is your fan service for the day, you guys. Cat booty. Mauser could never. Actually, Mauser could. Mauser's got a nice booty. So you're waiting for the free Marianne, but you got the Acacia. That's what I need. I need to get Acacia. I really want Acacia. Kiddo, what are you doing? I think he's trying to get over to the others. No, he's sniffing. He's like, ooh, what does this smell? What is this? Life goal. Yow, quiet quitter. Well, okay. Hey, you. Oh, you know what? I like that right there. Right there. That's like my thing right there. I like that. So, and there's the cat. He is in. If we... Over just... There we go. Okay. You can't quite see my cat ears, but you can at least see my cat. I think this works fine. Does like sticking his head out of this. Yeah, sure, we'll equip it. Why not? The adult Acacia is optional. Wait, adult Acacia is optional. You can switch to adult Acacia for the display, but for the wedding dress, her adult form is less, but I can see. Dev's trying to balance. Okay. You know what? We will automatic. What is this? What is this? I don't know what this is, but we're gonna do it. You know what? She done got shoes in that. It's already peak. It's already peak. I have enough for one pull. Let's pull it. See if I get lucky. I'm not lucky. I'm never lucky. My luck is like the worst when it comes to this game. I don't think I've ever had like a truly lucky pull here. Like ever. Alright. The pull failed. That is looking good. Hey, you? No. You be careful. You be careful. Took me 90 tries to get her. Yeah, I always do the 100% guarantee because no. Whoa, kiddo. No. That is. Getting buff.
Manifest my magical staff.
All right.
Isn't it amazing?
So we have.
Vanish. Oops.
That was adorable. That was adorable. Wow. We're gonna claim all these. Got a lot to claim, I guess. Yeah, so far, most of the times I've done these pulls, it has taken me... I've had to actually get like 100 for all of them. Fortunately, I built up some decent pity, so now I just gotta get lucky, or I can do the 100 pull. And since I got the 5 things, we're gonna do this again. I am not lucky. Motherfucker. And it's Mauser again. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. But so since we have done all of this, we're gonna do, what are we gonna do? Twilight Plaza. What is Twilight Plaza? Oh, that's what this is. Not gonna get another Narita any. Well, that makes sense. I can't see us getting another Narita anytime soon.
Still the opening act.
I don't know who they'd be going at, who they'd give us next time. Honestly, I'd assume Enya. I feel like Enya hasn't gotten anything in a while, or at all. I've never had a limited event with Enya.
Not too bad, huh?
So you're just saving up to get Narita, whatever next Narita comes out. We got foxes. Yeah, we are. We're gonna keep doing this because this is where you claim stuff.
Let's make this quick. Got a swim date with my darling.
Wedding skin Enya or Narita.
Don't worry. Nothing gets past me. No
I don't have any of the weddings.
Now you're my marked prey.
See that? She's just trying to get on top of us. At some point, I will need to get, like, the wedding dress skins. I would love those. What crashed? Armored Core 4? I didn't realize there were that many problems with Armored Core.
Let's make this quick. Got a swim date with my darling.
We're gonna do this one. In fact, she's probably the best at crowd control.
finish this in one go. My God. Who said we can't enjoy a little drink on break?
That's what I was assuming.
Hey! Want another round?
Why is Armored 4 Core crashing? Is like new update? CPU, GPU, got it.
This heat is unacceptable. I want...
Let's finish this in one go. My gun has... Don't worry. Nothing gets past me. No.
I didn't even get a chance to use that transformation incantation.
She didn't get a chance to do anything. Run at 30 FPS.
Let's make this
pushes
quick.
it to
Gotta
60.
swim date with my darling.
Finally, my
I feel like if that's what it does, then it should be better, shouldn't it?
Now this is a bullet storm. My gun hasn't even warmed up yet. Who said we can't enjoy a little drink on break?
Adjutant, the power of our bond truly can conquer anything.
All right, and this is the last of the Oh wow.
This heat is unacceptable. I want
Oops.
ice cream after this.
Now this is a bullet storm.
28. That's a pretty big
My gun
upgrade.
hasn't even warmed up yet.
Not too bad, huh?
Okay. Which is odd because I feel like Narita is literally one of the, I don't want to say useless, but one of the least used characters of the entire game. Alright, we're gonna do the main story now. So, and I think, yeah, okay. We've actually already watched this one. That didn't matter. LIX has you integrated into the CPU. It's on. Ah, okay. I mean, Katya's gotten a lot more. I feel like Katya has gotten a lot more events and story relevant beats than Narita. Like I've only seen Narita be really, really important in a single event, and it was the one with yogurt. 3 days before our departure, the R&D department finally completed the full development cycle for the new exosuit. Please tell me we're gonna get voices. Pleased beyond measure with her own work, Pritya eagerly put together a showcase event. That is fair. That's fair. I mean, Mia's already had a couple of good beats. Like, she showed up at the end of the Seaside Limited event, and then she had her own event. I don't feel like Narita had as much attention, but... You mean Clarina? I think that's her name. Who also has, like, absolutely no purpose. She was just there randomly once. All the girls showed up on time, and the usually quiet meeting room was, for once, filled with cheerful chatter. Now, to be fair, she literally did show up for just one event, and then she was gone. She vanished, disappeared, never heard from her again. Luna, ever thoughtful, placed a product pamphlet in front of everyone, along with freshly brewed tea and a tray of bite-sized pastries.
A handful of nuts wouldn't hurt.
Wow! Wow. I forgot about this skin of hers. Ooh. Damn. How does that thing stay on?
Oh, and are we getting any freebies for attending? Like a carton of eggs or something?
What?
Huh? Free eggs? Do I get some too?
Oh, boo-boo. I don't think there's nothing. I think they're adhesives. Same with Boo Boo. I think she's got like some kind of adhesive on here that keeps this little thing from falling off. Fair enough. We'll see if they do something with Narita and Clarina again. While Nita and Boo Boo whispered back and forth, Luna made another round and placed a small service card before each of the girls. It was good for a free exosuit tune-up with Freetia at any time. Kinda figured those would be free anyways, but whatever. I guess Freetia doesn't call herself a genius without reason. She clearly understands that human interest in science is rarely so pure. The lights snapped off, and everyone blinked in surprise before their gaze shifted to the holo display up front. Freetia stepped out from the shadows. A second later, a spotlight locked onto her, illuminating the proud, confident smile on her face.
Welcome everyone to Professor Frisia's very own product showcase.
Marianne's sister. I actually would like to see Marianne's sister now. You're hyping me up, Yuri.
I gathered you all here because our research has made a proper breakthrough.
Has it really?
During the early phases of our experiments, we managed to pull the biometric data stored in Acacia's hibernation pod. And from that, we built a complete bio blueprint.
And a magical girl. I suspect magical girl, right?
This means that from day one, this exosuit was designed to sync with Acacia almost perfectly. And every subsequent test has confirmed it, to the letter.
I like how she said subsequent, not subsequent, subsequent. Oh, I see. So it's an One-sama. I got you. I got you. Looks of awe spread across the girls' faces. Some had their hands clasped at their chests, ready to applaud.
Take a look over here.
Preeti is always so excitable. She pointed to a crescent-shaped component displayed on the hologram.
This is the R&D department's custom-built trans-phase core. It compresses every bit of energy Acacia stores and routes it here. And when the moment calls for it, the exosuit can release all that energy at once, triggering a full power burst.
Will that put any strain on her system?
The answer answer is absolutely not. Guided by Acacia's bio blueprint, the exosuit will adjust her natural hormone levels and trigger a temporary growth boost in bones and muscle.
I see now. So this is the science behind Big Boob Acacia.
By growth boost, do you mean...
Why is the magician so excited? Why is she so excited? Ichil I can understand because she's just kind of dumb, but in the dim light, the sparkles in several pairs of eyes became even more pronounced. Especially...
Exactly what you're thinking. But if any of you are considering using this tech on yourselves, don't.
At least they planned out for it. They're like, hey, we want to give this girl big boobs. How can we do that and make it match her lure? Cal, hello. Or Elo. Hello.
I ran a full assessment, and it only works on Acacia. When she entered the pod, her body hadn't fully matured yet, which left room for the blueprint to adapt.
So basically, because she was tiny and not fully mature, she can grow big boobies from this blueprint.
Huh? Use that tech for ourselves? Why would we even want that? I don't get it.
Oh, Nita.
Nita!
You are a treasure.
Because you're...
I don't even think she realizes that she is basically picking on the poor small people. Yeah. So,
The main event.
I was doing this because I was hoping my cat would come over here and chillax, because when he's over here on this side, this thing blocks the camera, or blocks, not the camera, sorry, it blocks my view of the monitor. So I was hoping that I could like get him to be in here, and he's not happening. Where is he? Yeah, he's just chilling in his little cat tree. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set this. And if he decides he wants to come and play, maybe we'll do something. But until then, I'll just adjust this over here. Oh, hey, you. Now he comes over. You see this kid right here? You see this kid? Of course. That's right, we got a visual. I captured myself a cat. He has been captured, and now he's being held prisoner. All you see is his booty, though. He got a big booty. He'll come out on his own time. That's right, busty people wouldn't get it. Britia sighed and pointed to the side. The spotlight tracked her gesture and moved in that direction. 2 folding screens stood under the beam, a slender silhouette outlined against the embroidered surface. Anyone could tell Acacia was hiding behind.
Aren't those the screens Frisha borrowed from me? So this is why she needed them.
I feel bad because we also haven't seen much of Chang Xing either.
Now then, time for the highlight of the show. Acacia's grand debut!
We'll do the grand debut in just a second. Wait for this kid to do whatever it is he wants. Daiki, what are you doing? Hey, hey, hey. Ah. Please don't get tangled up in there. Since he is going down, we're going to put this back down. Absolutely no sense in having that up there if the cat is not going to be in there. Whatever. It's whatever. Good luck with the laundry. By the way, we went all in for Acacia. Got her main weapon, and her... I'm not jealous. Like, at all. I'm not jealous. Psh. No. Never be jealous. How dare you? That should have been me. Kidding, by the way. Totally kidding. This was a joke. The girls applauded with full enthusiasm, but the delicate shadow behind the screens remained still, even lightly trembling.
Adjutant, are you looking forward to it? To my changes?
From her wavering voice, I could already picture the anxious look on her small face. Change or no change, as long as it's you, Acacia. I'll always be looking forward to it. Damn, that was a smooth line. He was smooth. Wish I was that smooth in real life. I once had this one girl, it was one woman, she was very, very flirty. I could not flirt back. I had no idea what to say. I was completely lost. I think because I was unable to actually flirt back, she wound up choosing to be with her ex-boyfriend. Good times. Good times. Acacia finally relaxed, took a deep breath, and stepped out from behind the screens. For dramatic effect, Frisia had cranked the stage lights to full power. Blinding white swallowed Acacia, forcing all of us to shut our eyes and brace for the reveal. Does that say well played? Yuri, is that I'm not that's well played, right? When we finally opened, I will say she does look super fucking cute. I go more for the busty women, but I can appreciate a small gal too. And she looks good. No, I like it. I can dig this. I have. That's probably so the only two anime I am even watching this weekend, this season, is Mato Seihei no Slave and Freyren. No, I've not watched today's episode yet. I will do that probably after this, maybe. We'll see. I don't know yet. I mean, it's always peak. Bruh, I don't know if I can show you, but I have like every single volume of Chain Soldier, the manga. I'm a huge fan. Huge. Also, welcome Mahina. I'm glad that you have arrived. Did we so we got to the part where Ren tries to use oh god, I'm spacing on his name. Oh man. Oh man. I am gonna enjoy that. Not gonna lie, Ren she's one of those characters who she's super hot, but because she is so arrogant, I just want to see her knock down a few pegs. So I'm gonna enjoy this. I really am. You know what? Anything with Fubuki is peak. It was the same familiar, comforting face. Aside from the new exosuit, she looked almost unchanged.
Huh. What's going on here?
We need more moments with her. I wonder if we'll get to the bath scene with her. Nita scratched her head, then couldn't resist circling around Acacia for a closer look.
That can't be right. How can there be no change?
Maybe this is just how I look after the growth boost? I mean, I do feel a bit taller. A tiny bit, I guess.
No, you haven't changed at all. Still tiny. Ugh. Yuri, if I would not get in trouble for giving you NSFW content on Twitch, I would 100%, I would show you that scene. It is amazing. Basically, the protagonist gets to bathe, or gets bathed by her. Like full, like she uses her body as like a sponge. It's amazing. It's incredible. Chef's kiss. She lifted a hand over her head to show this tiniest gap. A relieved smile warming her face, and her voice no longer carried the nervous tremor from before. I don't remember. Do you remember what chapter that happened on? Also, DW, I'm just saying it for the benefits of everyone else. I don't know how many people have actually read Mato Seihei no Slave. Looks like she really does prefer staying just the way she is.
Well, that's possible.
You know what,
Just
Acacia?
keep an eye on things during your next missions and see if anything else changes, Acacia.
You know what, Acacia? You're fine just the way you are. No need to change.
Speaking of missions,
Lai stepped closer and gently wrapped an arm around my neck. After fixing my collar with a familiar touch, she let her warm hand settle on my chest.
are you sure you don't need me to go with you?
Man, she's gotten more wifely. She gets more wifely every single time I see her. Just stay home and wait for me. This mission isn't a tough one. I'll be back before you know it.
My prince, do take proper care of yourself while you're away.
If only you could leave a few days later. Mingdongjie is almost here. I was hoping to share dumplings and lanterns with you, my prince.
I'd like that too. When I return, I'll make it up to all of you. I hadn't even stepped out of the building yet, and the girls were already clinging to me with quiet affection. Feeling their longings, I couldn't bring myself to say goodbye.
All right. You don't have to worry so much.
Where's my girl Fenny? We gotta get her in here. I haven't even seen her yet. AP, she's also voiced by Seto Asami. Same voice with Alpha Sakurajima Mai. Ooh. And those are all great peak characters. Especially Sakurajima Mai. She is one of my favorite. Mai senpai, she's great.
With Marianne and me by the adjutant's side, he'll breeze through this mission and be back before you know it. Right? Marion?
Mm-hmm. Acacia's right.
A quick wink and a subtle nod were all it took. They stepped to my sides and eased me out of the room, saving me from the knot of lingering goodbyes. Poor Fenny, she's not even here yet. But the real conclusion of that product showcase didn't happen until the day we set out for Lucellin. By then, the three of us were already aboard the ferry from Ulster Polo Airport to Lucellin. While we were out on the deck, enjoying the sea breeze, I received a text from Fritia.
After the showcase event, I recalculated every metric for the exosuit. No matter how I checked, the result was the same. Acacia was resisting the power of the transphase core.
The real yawn happens a lot. Watch 2 episodes of the new... Yeah, One Punch Man has gone really down. I feel awful for all the people who wanted to like that series. Season 1 was great. Season 1 was kind of shit. Like, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. Season 3 is just plain bad. Like, it's... And I know a lot of people, they blame the studio, but I actually think it's more on management's fault than it is the... And don't even bother watching season 3. Yuri. Season 3 is legitimately one of the most awful things I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know how many of you watched Blue Lock season 2, but it was basically like the Blue Lock season 2, where they literally just have like unanimated PNGs. Slideshow is bad.
It shouldn't affect compatibility, but it's best to keep an eye on her. And if anything weird comes up, please let me know right away, Adjutant.
So here's what I think. Here's what I think happened with the show. I think a lot of it comes down to poor time management, which is generally more on the production side than it is on the animation side. So I think what happened was they were just super rushed to put out a product, and I'm pretty sure that all of the core animators who would normally be working on that probably were not. Like, I'm thinking they got a lot of new blood in, and the new blood wasn't quite up to the challenge of making their own anime. But they probably could have if they'd had more time to actually produce an anime. But I think the rush to put it out is what caused it to fail so spectacularly. I put my terminal away and glanced over at Acacia. She was practically folded in half over the railing, arms and upper body dangling there with a look of pure boredom. Careful, and keep that up and you'll end up in the ocean. I slipped an arm around her waist and carried her back to a safer spot, then smoothed her wind-tangled gray hair back into place. We've still got some time before we reach port. If you're bored, we can play your favorite games together.
Nah, I didn't bring any of my handhelds this time.
Who are you and what have you done with Acacia? Why not?
Hmm.
You know, I do feel like even like her face right now, it looks a lot cuter. Can you keep it clean? I don't know anything about this one. I don't think I watched that. Better off, Maheen. Don't bother with the anime. Season 1 was great. Season 2 is absolute garbage.
Things from that era are getting rarer and rarer.
Sounds like you're calling yourself an old hag.
If I lost one, or if it broke, I might never find another.
Ooh, this is true.
So, I figured it was better to just leave them in the dorm.
But they'll wear out one day. So try to prepare yourself for that, alright?
Then, I hope that day comes later. Much later. As late as it can be. Adjutant, when that day finally comes, you'll be there for me, won't you?
She tilted her head up slightly and closed her eyes, fingers clasped over her chest, as if making a quiet prayer or waiting for something. So I leaned in and gave her my answer. Our lips met, cool at first, then turning warm and moist. It's a word that most people, for whatever reason, do not like. Moist. Moist. By the time we finally pulled apart from that long, entwined kiss, the horizon had already begun to reveal the faint outline of a city, dotted with patches of color. The people of Lucellin are born with an eye for color. Taking in the view, I had to admit there really was truth to that saying.
Well, it seems we're almost there.
So the frame rate, okay, well I'm glad you figured that out. Though 30 FPS kind of sucks compared to 60. Marianne glided out of the cabin with her usual grace. And judging by her eyes, she seemed more interested in the smudged lip gloss on my lips than in our destination. She wrapped herself around my right arm, drawing in close. Her voice brushed against my ear, soft, enticing, and edged with a quiet danger.
Adjutant, since you've had a sample of Acacia's lips, don't forget mine. The flavor's rather unique.
Hey Yuri, what flavor do you think Marianne's lips are? I'm kind of curious. Don't worry, I'll give each flavor the attention it deserves. Ah! So long as it's still a smooth game. Between our laughter and banter, the fairy, Chudgetant flavored? The ferry had already slipped into Lucellin's bustling harbor. Stalls lined the waterway, most selling trinkets like carved foxes, while some also sold fresh vegetables and seafood. You think grape, huh? You know what? I can deal with a sour grape flavor. Under the gentle sunlight, the whole city seemed full of life. It was hard to... Hang on. Ooh, that was a big yawn. I don't know why I'm yawning so bad. Let me try this again. Under the gentle sunlight, the whole city seemed full of life. It was hard to imagine that beneath all this calm and color lurked the pilgrims, festering out of sight like a wound that refused to heal. The streets were packed with people, so dense it was hard to tell where the crowd even began or ended. Just as we were focused on the road ahead, a sweep of rose red slipped before our eyes.
Hello, I'm Cersei.
Here's a new girl. She's cute. I like her hair. That's a very, very vibrant red. Like, holy shit. I'm almost wondering if my camera's if my monitor is saturated. That is almost like pink. Cersei.
Yes, she knows Lucalan's current situation well.
Lucalan, so not
Bringing her into the
Lucellin.
operation should help you.
I'm gonna say I think I like Lucellin better. Lucalan doesn't sound that good.
Of course, that's only my suggestion. The decision is yours.
A capable Levitane agent? Sounds good to me. Let's go with your plan. Thou paused. A faint flicker of awkwardness crossed her face. You think Lucellin sounds cute?
You misunderstand. She's not one of mine.
I don't know if it's gonna happen. Who knows what's going on with Tau?
I had Caroline pull her file. In 55, fresh out of university, she joined Yggdrasil and spent 6 months there as an intern. And after that, she resigned.
What? An intern who only spent 6 months at Yggdrasil? Then what's your reason for trusting her?
There was a recommendation letter that came with the report.
Please, devs, please bring our wife Tau home. Something like that. Maybe you could do it in that, Oh, Freetia will get a new suit. I feel like Freetia might be a favorite. She's gotten several suits from what I've seen. There was a recommendation. Oh, right. She read that. She said that. I don't need to say that. Or else hentai? Tentacles? Tau handed me a thin envelope. From the paper's coarse, yellowed texture, it was clearly old. Yet the envelope was unexpectedly smooth, almost uncreased. The moment I opened it, a sharp sense of familiarity hit me. The handwriting was still clear and precise, each stroke controlled and unmistakable. Akima. Wait, like a legit fox girl? Or like a Mia fox? Like a Mia Kimo Mimi? I haven't seen this yet. We're gonna have to watch this. It was my handwriting. So the adjutant wrote a recommendation letter. I can dig One-san types. Yeah, well, so Mia is very, very obviously modeled after Marin Kitagawa. Like, you can't look at her and not see the Marin in her. So, which department was she in during her internship?
Security. She served directly under you.
Motherfucker. Those few words were almost enough to drag me back to a certain winter night, where memories blurred together, half hidden behind a veil of frost.
This isn't the best place to talk. Come with me.
I mean, if we're talking DXD, then the best Kimomimi girl is, not Kuroka. It's the Fox Mommy from Season 4. The Fox Mommy. I don't remember her name. But Kuo's mother. You just play the game. Get as much asterite as humanly possible. Do all your dailies. Raise your union level. That's a good one. With practiced ease, Circe hailed a passing boat and hopped aboard first. Yeah, gotta collect them all. You gotta become an Echo Master. Once we were all seated, she keyed an address into the boat console. Moments later, soft music and a recorded announcement drifted through the cabin's speakers.
This boat is pretty fancy.
Fei Xiao? Yeah, he's talking about echoes, Maheen. So, in Wuwa, you basically equip echoes that you sort of capture. I remember raising my databank level was a pain in the ass. I don't even think I've got it fully raised yet.
Locals call these little boats gondolas. Lucalan upgraded its entire water transit system 5 years ago.
And this is basically like based on Venice,
Every
if I'm not
gondola now has
mistaken.
autonomous navigation, all coordinated by the city's central AI.
Let me guess. Cathode Technologies handles all the tech support? Marianne didn't answer. She simply gave me a sweet smile. I could tell she was proud of what her family had built.
Dear passengers, welcome to this beautiful city on the water.
The voice was clear and bright, and uncannily similar to Marianne's. I glanced over, just in time to see a flush rise to her cheeks. Her fingers had already slid to the console and turned off the announcement.
Huh? Why'd you turn it off? I was just about to say the voice sounded a lot like you.
Wait, could it be?
I do apologize for the confusion.
Oh.
That was my older sister's voice.
So that's the older sister that Yuri was talking about. The One-sama.
She often says that once the current difficulties are resolved and stability returns, the Andriotti family may consider expanding into new ventures.
It is true, and there are good farming spots for echoes now as well. Like, really good farming spots.
Tourism, for example.
Will that day really come? We don't even know if Lucalan can make it through the crisis we're in right now.
She is abnormally cute. Is she just gonna be an NPC, or are we actually gonna make her a playable character? That's what I want to know. Circe lowered her head, nudging her glasses higher as she murmured under her breath. The lively atmosphere we had built quickly vanished. No one felt like talking, so we just watched the scenery go by. Marianne leaned lightly against my right shoulder, brows knitted in thought, while Acacia rested her back against mine. Yeah, raising your data bank gets you higher level echoes. So once you reach a certain level on that, you are guaranteed gold echoes pretty much every single time. But you won't need to worry about getting gold echoes for a while. Circe, alone at the bow. Bow. Arms wrapped around her closely drawn knees and shrinking into the corner. She radiated a timid, withdrawn air, and the longer she stayed silent, the more curious I became about her. Seriously.
Huh?
Back when you were in security, did I ever mark you down? She paused, thinking over my question before realizing what I was doing, and let out a chuckle.
No, you always looked out for me, Chief.
Glad to hear it. I've forgotten a lot of what happened back then, so I was worried that...
I understand. Really, I do.
Yes, it does, at least if you use the PC version. I use the PC. When I play on PC, I have 120 FPS.
Just being able to see you again is more than enough for me.
Seems like another love debt to settle.
Man, the adjutant, he gets around. Acacia's slightly sour comment drifted from the stern, and Cersei turned her face away in embarrassment. And just like that, the distance and unfamiliarity between us finally began to melt away. Yeah, and I think I play on 120 FPS at 4K with ray tracing. So if you play mobile, I don't know what you're gonna get. The little boat cut through ribbons of blue-green water, scattering glittering ripples as it carried us to the residential waterfront. After leading us through a few twists and turns, Cersei stopped in front of a small, neatly kept house.
This is my place. Please, come in.
The furnishings inside were simple, with a faintly old-fashioned touch. A one-bedroom layout was probably just right for her, living on her own. The one striking feature was the large terrace facing the water. Cersei had set a table and the chairs out there, and after inviting us to sit, she quickly brought out tea and snacks. Maheen, I wouldn't... Is your laptop a gaming laptop? Because if it's not, then I don't think I'd bother. Like, depending on your laptop's power, you might just want to stick to mobile, unless you have one that is specifically meant to play games. So, shall we get to the main topic? How much do you know about Lukellan's current situation? Especially Sophie's plan.
3 days ago, Sophie came to me. Oracles, pilgrimages, the flood that washes away sin. It's just the usual tricks the Adventists rely on. Great emissary. Who are you still trying to fool with this, I wonder?
Oh, you should be good then. Sophie took unhurried sip of tea, a faint, resigned smile settling on her lips.
I won't deny, I'm the one behind all of that. But I only came today because I wanted to see you, to catch up.
Do they know each other?
Why let so many unpleasant things stand between us?
I don't think I trust this woman. She set her cup down and looked out over the terrace. The The houses along the canal rose in soft, uneven tiers, their bright doors and windows giving Lukellan the look of a city held forever in spring. A faint scent of baking bread drifted through the clear, gentle air. A sharp, helpless ache welled up inside Sophie. Why couldn't Leosha and Elena live here? Why did they have to die in that dust-choked sanatorium? Wasn't happiness supposed to belong to everyone?
I've known for a long time that you were Yggdrasil's undercover agent inside the Adventists, but I never once considered reporting you to the High Presbyter.
Been a long time since I've heard any talk of the High Presbyter.
What?
Whatever happened to that guy?
I know how hard you worked to climb the ranks in the Adventists, and I remember the way your eyes always lit up whenever you heard the name. Adjutant. Who wouldn't be moved by your dedication? Such a pity. He's forgotten it all and left you behind just like that.
Wow. She's kind of a wench. I'm not sure I like her anymore.
Have you come to mock me then?
Circe gripped her skirts, and her eyes sharpened as they met Sophie's.
Of course not, Circe. I genuinely wish for your happiness.
A gentle breeze passed by, as soft as Sophie's words, stirring the water and swaying the plants.
In a few days, Lukellan will be drowned by the coming flood. Everything in this city will be wiped away.
Woman's talking about like how everyone deserves happiness and now she's gonna drown an entire city. I don't get
Tell
it.
the adjutant what I've told you. Think of it as the chance I've created for the two of you to meet again.
By the time she finished, her cup was empty. She rose and walked toward the door without a word, her expression calm and unreadable. The seemingly casual melody carried a hidden power, leaving Circe no room to act. Outside the window, the canal rippled in eerie, unnatural patterns, stirred by Sophie's song. With Sophie taking the initiative and Circe's ability not suited for combat, Circe could only watch as Sophie stepped out into the sunlight.
So, you only stayed at Yggdrasil for 6 months because they sent you to infiltrate the Adventists?
Yes, that was when I met Sophie.
Did she ever mention exactly when the flood is supposed to happen?
No. I even tried asking around among the pilgrims, but all I ever got was the same vague answer.
Circe shook her head. Marianne, however, narrowed her eyes, her gaze sharpening. She slipped her left hand under the table, dragging her nails over her finger pads again and again, as if using the sting to steady herself. I cupped her fingertips in my hands, softly rubbing over the reddened marks. Under my gentle touch, she slowly relaxed. The chill in her hand faded, replaced by a hint of warmth. Oh, you sent it in my... Okay, give me a quick second. Let's see what you sent me. X. I rarely ever use this anymore, I'll be honest. Let's see it. Oh, that's Blue Archive. Who is this? Wow! So you got the butt mark and then you got the lips. Bruh. I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for having this. But damn. Damn. So who is this character exactly? What is her name? Yeah, well, you know. Brown Dust 2 did have that absolutely fucking wild preview in Japan. Antenna. Okay.
But if she were lying, she wouldn't have gone to so much trouble just to tell me all that.
Instead of overthinking it, wouldn't it be faster to just grab Sophie and ask her ourselves?
If it were that easy. I like the way Acacia thinks, but I know it's not going to be that easy. Yes, I do remember what you told me about the fated guests.
Acacia has a point.
I am assuming she is one of them.
I can contact my family right away and have them run a full sweep of Lukalon. Sophie won't be able to hide from that. Adjutant, what do you think?
Oh no, Resident A is in trouble. Who's Resident A?
Monsters!
Oh, and Resident B is also in... Wait, who's Resident B? Oh shit, we got the change. It's been a while since we've had to deal with them. Real today saying we can make Columbina open her eyes in Genshin Impact. Not only in her... So... Really? We can make her open her eyes in her normal form? I'll have to figure out how to do that. Red shirt? You mean resident? I was just about to nod at Marianne's proposal when a piercing scream erupted outside. The stifling, heavy presence of Titagen seeped through every corner of the little house. Yeah, feel free to send it in. Send it on over. If you're doing a link, though, I don't think the links work in on Twitch. So you'll want to send them through a different means. You can do it on my Discord. I don't know if you're... I think you might be a part of my Discord. I have no idea. I honestly forget who's on my Discord. But you can do it there. Yes, the Discord is the best place to send anything to me. Let's take care of whatever's out there first. Keep it quiet, and make sure no nearby residents get hurt.
Understood.
Well, real quick, y'all. If you really want to reach me super fast, Discord is the best way to do it, since I'm not really on Twitter very often anymore. I try to stay away from Twitter. I don't really like it. Very, very toxic, very negative. I'm not into that. No. I was about to say move. No. Rafnar, how could you rat me out like that? Alright, that's one down. And now we're gonna game. Bum 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 bum.
Game start.
Hells yeah.
The Changed? What are they doing here?
They seem to have followed Sophie all the way to Lukalon.
I do like her.
Piece of cake.
Nightbot is goated.
Leave it to me.
Oh. So that's what happens.
Just a moment.
Time. Freeze.
Woo! I like that.
Ping. Your girl from another era has arrived.
Ting, your girlfriend. Okay, she's super cute. Noobs. That's my gamer girl. Alright, so let's see how she uses.
Yep.
Boom. What did that do?
Something's moving under the water.
They must have entered
Really?
Lugalon through the waterways.
Huh? My body? Full moon!
Did Acacia just throw up?
So, oh, this is the change right here. This is it. Magical girl with knives and no shoes. I approve. I approve.
Trans space!
Wow!
Piece of cake.
You know,
Death
she's
Bun
kind of
Secure.
badass. Let's keep going now.
These narrow and winding alleys are perfect for them to hide in.
Adjutant, Acacia, you two keep going.
Appearing in mass outbreak.
I'll take the clock tower and suppress them from above.
Transphase core. Wait.
Let's see what we got here.
Now this is getting interesting.
Wow. That was a slaughter.
Please, keep watching me.
Well, so I have an NSFW channel in my Discord, Yuri. So like if we go in here, we go down to it's NSFW art, but it's still oh my god, okay. That I hope none of you saw that, right? You didn't see that. I accidentally clicked on NSFW, but we didn't see nothing. We saw nothing. We hear nothing. I'm not bad. Everyone else is bad. I rarely ever post in that channel. I have that for all the degenerates. Which I am totally not. What, me a degenerate? No. You did not see it. You saw nothing. You saw absolutely nothing. I don't know what you're talking about, Yuri. Rude.
Pass me the ammo, darling. Piece of cake.
Thank you, Maheen. At least you understand. Okay, so she's got like 2 phases here.
Dev fund secured.
Alright, let's see this now. We're gonna go back. Ooh, shh. Going this way.
There are plenty of change to cross the river too. Might as well wipe them out at once.
So
Should we take a gondola across?
the real question is,
No,
what are these
that would be
things
far
on
too
her
slow.
feet? Break it.
Just target that device.
What are these things on her feet? There we go.
The river froze. How did that happen?
That device is one of Lugalon's standard flood control measures. Once activated, it sprays a nanocrystal catalyst that freezes the water surface in moments. Did you notice those gondolas nearby?
Phase core.
They have no seats, only heat valves that can siphon thermal energy from the river. Once they've absorbed enough heat, the barrels are ferried out to the open sea to regulate the water level during flood season.
Pass me the ammo, darling. Dev fund secured. You said freezing the river.
That's
is just
right. We
one
saw
method,
nothing.
meaning there are more ways?
Lugalon's perimeter is also equipped with 450 mobile floodgates.
And
Raising
all
them-
of this is cathode tech? Builder Island.
Yes. Lugalon suffered terrible floods in the past,
Moon.
which is why my family invested a great deal in countermeasures like these.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Transphase force.
Just being able to swing a massive sword.
Darling, let's send them all to Builder Island. Transphase force. Full moon.
Alright, let's see how this works. Man, this is a slaughter. Ooh, what is that?
Transphase core. Wane.
Dev fund secured. Yep. Transphase force. Full moon.
Ah!
That was it. Her,
Get a chance to use that transformation incantation.
her build seems fairly simplistic, honestly. Under our coordinated, clean assault, the changed in the alley were cleared out in no time. After images of Marianne flickered across rooftops and along the corners of the buildings. However, only the one on the clock tower solidified and leapt gracefully down before me.
I think I just saw...
Sophie? Acacia? Marianne glanced at Acacia, a faint crease forming between her brows. Her lips parted, but no words came. She wasn't imagining it. I felt it too. Something in Acacia had shifted in that moment. She had been guarding my blind side the whole time, and in that brief moment when we stood back to back, I could feel the girl behind me growing. Her long hair brushed my shoulder. The body leaning into mine carried a steadier, surer strength, and even her scent felt richer than before.
You weren't seeing things. For a second there, I think I really did grow. That must have been the growth boost Frisha mentioned. But it ended so fast and I didn't feel any real increase in strength.
So you drew on the transphase core just now?
Yeah. I know they were only small fry, but I still panicked a little when I saw them surrounding you.
Ah, she's such a nice girl. Realizing she had overreacted, Acacia ducked her head in embarrassment and kicked at the pebbles by her feet. Beneath her fluttering lashes, her eyes were like twin cherry blossoms, full of quiet affection.
It seems there are two possibilities. Either the transphase core hasn't reached full charge, or Acacia hasn't yet fully adapted to the exosuit. In either case, I would advise bringing in Cathode Technologies engineers to fine-tune it and ensure that it doesn't affect our upcoming operations.
But I had barely gotten the word out before Marianne gently picked up on what I meant.
Only if Frisha signs off on it. That's what you were about to say, isn't it, Adjutant?
Our eyes met in a brief moment of shared understanding, and a soft warmth passed between us. Just as we were about to continue, a sudden commotion flared nearby. Shouts and hurried footsteps tangled together, shattering the quiet of the residential block. A well-armed squad poured out of the alleys from all directions at once, surrounding the four of us in an instant. Why? 'Cause we're finally gonna get Amaeth? Startled and defenseless, Circe stumbled backward, shrinking away until her back was pressed firmly against the wall.
What's going on? Adjutant, do we take them down?
Wait!
Marianne stepped forward, placing herself between us and the squad. The guard shifted, splitting to either side and opening a narrow path. Go big or go home. Oh, is this the older sister? Holy shit. You know what, Yuri? I see your vision. I understand where you're coming from. Smash. Hard smash. This would be the United States of Smash. Damn. You know what? I'm going to say Marianne. Marianne is a total M. This one, she looks like a total S. I guarantee you she is on top every single time. If it's NSFW, share it in the NSFW channel. With each step, her gaze swept over me. Sharp, predatory. Like a wolf sizing up its prey. Then, in the very next heartbeat, that predatory air vanished. Oh, she is definitely a sadist. She approached in a few quick strides and stopped right in front of me, breaking into a wide grin. All the cold arrogance from moments ago was completely gone. I married Marianne. The condition would be to let her older sister live together with us? What?
Ah, so this is my brother-in-law, Luomo. So we finally meet.
Luomo? What? She's got a weird voice. Am I the only one who thinks her voice sounds a bit odd? Brother-in-law?
Luomo?
I'm more with Acacia. Luomo, what the fuck is that?
Oh, sorry. I got swept up and my hometown phrasing slipped out.
She waved it off, already acting as if we'd known each other for years. Marianne let out a quiet sigh and stepped up beside her. This is true. You know what? If I was gonna get Marianne, I would also want to get the sister as like a package deal. Standing together, their resemblance was clear. Although the shades of their hair and color, along with their temperaments, differed greatly.
Adjutant, this is my elder sister.
Just call me Madeline.
Madeline.
So, Marion, how could you not tell me you'd already arrived? I was planning to pick you up at the docks, you know.
You know.
We had a few loose ends to tie up. What about you? Why are you here?
Well, how should I put it?
You're not going to tell me this is a welcoming committee, are you? Her expression shifted back to something serious. After a brief pause, her eyes settled on Circe. It's all right. She's someone we can trust.
Then I'll be blunt. There have been lots of change.
Feel free to share it in there.
I followed their trail all the
Gamer
way
chat
here.
is fine. Remind me of Alia and Masha from Roshi. Maybe. I mean, I can kind of see it, but at the same time, I don't know if any of them actually remind me of Alia. Alia is a very different breed of girl, but I can definitely see the Masha resemblance. That's what I'm talking about. I assumed we meant their personality. So Alia's a bit too tsundere for her to really match either of these two, but I think Masha could be like more of a Madeline.
They're not after anything specific, just wandering, which makes them a pain to handle.
Sophie's using them as a distraction to slow us down from finding her.
Who's Sophie?
That would take a while to explain. Why don't we go home first? Some things are better discussed face to face with Father and the Adjutant both present.
But Father's... Never mind. Let's head home first.
Is something wrong with their dad? Is something wrong with my father-in-law? Oh no. I am completely, you can tell from my facial expression, I'm very worried about my father-in-law. We haven't even met the man yet, and already he might be dead. Before long, a speedboat bearing the Andriotti crest pulled up to the dock. Madeline briskly issued patrol orders to the family guards while motioning for us to board. Yes, father-in-law? Oh no. Marianne took her seat with grace, and Acacia hopped on right after her. When it came to Circe's turn, she hesitated, glancing up at me with a timid
Should
look.
I come too?
Yeah, come with us. Come with us if you want to live. Fixing him doesn't require marrying Madeline too, then I am out. Really? So Marianne not enough for you? How dare you? Awful. The Andriotti family estate sat in northern Lukellan. The manor backed by more than 300 acres of private woodland and surrounded by water on 3 sides. I figured you were. I know you. Though I do also want the sister. I get it. I do feel you. I get you. I do. After transferring from the speedboat to a car and looping around a small roundabout, we finally crossed into the inner grounds of the sprawling estate. Compared to Ganora Estate, the Andriotti home clearly favored natural scenery over artificial grandeur. Aside from the central fountain and a few essential paths, lemon trees seemed to grow everywhere. The shade wasn't the estate's only charm. Wooden trellises connected by stepping stones formed winding garden paths. Branches heavy with golden fruit hung over them, perfuming the early winter air with a clean citrus scent. We hadn't even reached the door when the headmaid spotted us and walked over with a warm smile. But the moment she recognized Marianne among us, her expression froze for a heartbeat before she smoothed it back into well-practiced composure.
Miss Marian, you've returned as well. Where are father and mother? We've got something important to discuss with them.
Madam said she would like to see Mr. Adjutant alone.
Oh boy, the mother-in-law wants me to herself. Should I be worried? Is this where the mom seduces the son-in-law? Oh man.
Alone.
Look at Marianne's scandalized expression. She also has ideas. Wait. Going to wait? What? Why am I waiting? How should I wait? I haven't seen the headmaid yet, so I can't say anything. But if the mother is anything like the daughters, then you know she's gonna be peak. It was rare to see Marianne tense. Madeline couldn't help but let out a small chuckle.
Come on, little sis. You're not actually worried Mother won't like him, are you?
That's right. Everybody likes me. Everybody. I've yet to meet a single... Ooh. Beauty, those are some fighting words there. Yeah, everybody likes the adjutant. At least every woman. Ha.
Relax.
Not that there are any guys in this.
Already very fond of him. If anything, they can't wait for
The wedding?
Madeline?
Wow, is she actually getting embarrassed? A cry, sharp of embarrassment, cut her off. Realizing just how flustered she had gotten, Marianne covered her burning cheeks with both hands, sneaking a mortified glance in my direction. I pulled her gently into my arms and leaned close to her flushed ear, speaking in a voice only she could hear. Don't worry, I can handle it. And while I'm away, take care of Acacia and Circe for me. Living together with the older sister-in-law and the mother-in-law. Bro, you might be reaching. Don't forget, The mom is married. The mom is she's already taken. She's spoken for. I don't think we can I don't think we are NTR protagonists here. We're very respectful. Married women are off the table. She nodded, with her face against my chest, lingering there for quite a while before finally pulling away, and looking with reluctance as the head maid led me down another corridor. Doo doo. The dad is sick, but he's not dead. I'm assuming he's still alive. The Andriotti residence was large, yet quiet. Our footsteps were the only sound echoing through the empty halls. Before long, the maid stopped before a set of glass doors.
We've arrived, Mr. Adjutant.
Thank you, head maid, who I have yet to even see. Yeah, who knows? Maybe there's a hot aunt. We don't know. Beyond the doors lay a sunlit terrace. It was not very large, but opened onto a striking view. And that's the mom? A green sea of treetops stretched all the way to the horizon, merging with the shadows of drifting clouds like an oil painting. The pale sunlight mellowed the hanging fruit into soft gold, hundreds of tiny, gleaming points scattered across the canopy like a river of stars. A woman in a blue dress regarded me with a gentle smile, the corners of her eyes touched with the soft imprint of time. So basically, she got wrinkles. Moby Seka, that's the one with the dude that gets reincarnated in like that mecha world. I want to say mecha world, but basically he's a mob character. Yeah, trapped in a dating sim where he's a mob. Yeah, I've watched a bit and I read the light novels up to a point. Yeah, he gets the heroine and the villainous. Kind of fucking hate him though, because he's a little limp-dicked loser. Fucking, they literally had to force him to marry them. Yeah, he simped for the queen. I think he marries the queen at some point too, but even though they get together, he doesn't actually do shit. And that's why I hate him. That's why I dropped the series, because the dude's a coward. All those women, and hasn't taken advantage of them once, even after. No, I'm fairly certain he does not. Like, I got to the part where, God, I can't remember their names now. What volume? I'll believe it when I see it. She shared a similar hair and eye color with Marianne and Madeline, but her demeanor was more composed than the former and more grounded than the latter. She carried the warm, gentle grace of a middle-aged woman.
Please have a seat, Mr. Adjutant.
That's an old voice. Please just call me Genu, ma'am.
Even with your position, you remain courteous and humble.
That's a lie. Alright, let's see this. Trapped in a dating sim. Or the Wikipedia. Well, I'm fairly certain he has remained a virgin for the whole thing. So, I think it's not Olivia. No, not Mia. We'll go to Leon. Neutral, new life. This is the one. She is with whom they currently have a daughter. So they currently have a daughter. When the fuck did this happen? Now, it doesn't say a whole lot here. The real question though is, does something actually happen? Because it says they have a daughter, but I'm not sure how much I believe it. I dropped the series around. Let me see. Go to the media light novels main. I think I dropped the story around here, volume 5. I think it was this one. I dropped it with the introduction of the new girl. Yeah, well, I got pissed off by Leon. I'm not gonna lie. Leon is basically everything I hate in harem protagonists. Like I was iffy but willing to put up with it when he was forced into the marriage. Like with Olivia and Noelle, like when they had to literally force him to marry them because he was too cowardly to do the damn thing himself. But then after they literally tried to get him to sleep with them and he didn't, I was like, no, fuck this shit, I'm out. So the issue with Leon is that he's basically he can do like anything he wants except this one thing. Like any other time, put him in front of like a fucking army and he's like, oh yeah, I got this. Put him in front of 2 girls and he becomes a coward. I'm just like, no. No. Like, if that's how you're gonna act, then I'm done with you.
Marion chose well. You are indeed a man she can entrust her future to.
Yeah, well, and he's literally, like, protagonists like him are literally the entire reason I began writing in the first place. I figured if other people were gonna continuously write cowardly protagonists who had women throwing themselves at him and he just did absolutely nothing, I was gonna write my own protagonists, and they were not gonna be limp-dicked weenies. Also, how does she know Marianne chose well? She literally just met us.
Even so, Mr. Adjutant, allow me to continue addressing you formally.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Because what we discuss next is not a family matter, but the future of Lucalan.
Still say Lucellin is a better name. Her smile faded, the warmth slipping away as a frosted solemnity settled over her features. Yuri, I think the biggest reason for that is because a lot of authors don't know what to do after the protagonist gets together with the partner. Like, usually that's the end. Like, once the main character gets with someone, the story ends for them, and they've got no idea what to do afterwards. You know, it's the same for a lot of romance novels. You know, sometimes it's not, but usually what happens is after you reach that point in the relationship, they have no idea where to take it. Which is sad because relationships are like just the starting point of another story. Well, Issei might have ended up with a lot of kids, but you don't actually meet, you only meet them in like the spin-off whatever where they come to from the future. He hasn't actually, despite the fact that he is engaged to Rias, Akano, Konako, Kuroka, Ravel Phoenix, Rossweiss, Irina, and Zenobia, despite the fact that he is engaged to all those people, he has not actually slept with a single one of them. And the reason for that one is, honestly, it's because of the author's publisher. The publisher refuses to let the author have his character, have Issei lose his virginity for whatever reason. So despite the fact that we've got like 25 volumes and now we've got like a several spin-off series, Issei will likely remain a virgin for the entirety of the series until it ends. Yes, I do know that one. That's the reincarnated as a farmer one, where the man sows his oats and got the vampire. You know what? I remember watching the anime, and it's so weird. Like I know that he sleeps with them because I read the manga, and it happens in like the very first moment they are introduced. But in the anime, like there was nothing to suggest this was gonna happen. She just randomly got pregnant, even though there had been like literally no signs of them being physically intimate. It's fucking weird. But in the manga, they get together within like the first chapter of her introduction. And I think in the light novels they do as well. Yeah, if it's something that serious, shouldn't the head of House Andreotti be here as well?
He can be stubborn. Once he sets his mind on something, no one can pull him away. That is precisely the case now.
Oh, so something is on his mind. Good job, Raven Martyr. The anime was kind of ass. I know they've got the second season coming up, and I'll probably watch it, but the anime, it could have been really good. But if they were going to have the pregnancy, they should have added intimacy.
But rest assured, as the acting head of House Andreotti, I can fully answer for today's discussion, and I hold the authority to mobilize the powers of both the family and cathode technologies.
Then let's get to the point. Since you've called me here for such a formal meeting, I assume you already have a solid grasp of the situation.
Ever since the Despair broadcast, the pilgrimages have only grown worse. Many were affected by the song and became eager to throw themselves into Valhalla. Amidst all this, an oracle began spreading through Lucalan. Our network confirmed it originated from Sophie. She came straight here after leaving Yarus. We began searching for her before you even arrived. But in the end, we found nothing. Not a trace. To erase herself so thoroughly, she must have borrowed the power of that AI in the sky.
Oh. She had spoken at length, and by the end, the light in her eyes had dimmed, replaced by a weary mix of uncertainty and concern. Losing to Edda had been a bitter blow. It left her wondering if even the technology they took such pride in could no longer be relied upon. Where would their future be headed?
Mr. Adjutant, based on what you know about Sophie and Edda, do you believe the prophecy is real?
I'm gonna say this, Yuri, but the anime are almost always and without fail weaker or inferior than the source. Speaking of, have you read my light novels yet? I'm just gonna say it. They are peak.
I will prove my choice was right. Please, witness it with your own eyes.
She once told me that, but until now, I had never been able to connect those words to the prophecy of a flood. I paused for a moment, thinking it through, then nodded. Given what we know about them, yes. According to my intel, the flood isn't far off. 2 days at most. Oh, the irregular at Magic High School then. I will say this right now, Yuri. You should read my light novels. Like we are literally, we have like the same taste. Like I'm gonna put this link in here. I usually don't do this, but yes. Grab a copy of one of these. Like you get good deals too. If you do like the 13 volume bundle, you get the first 13 volumes of my best-selling series for 60% off. Well then, I got another thing for you then. There's this thing called audiobooks. And if you are busy, maybe whatever reason, you can't read, you can always give this a listen while you're working. Give it a try. Go on to Audible, give it a try. I guarantee you'll like it. Mrs. Andriotti shook slightly and let out a long sigh.
Then we'll need to act quickly.
Yes, but before we do, you may want to hear what Marianne has to say.
Oh, and what would that child even know about the matter?
That child? That's your child. Afternoon sunlight filtered through the curtains of the manor's sitting room as the maids moved softly about, setting down black tea and pastries for the 4 girls. Acacia made quick work of her cookies, while Circe took small, careful sips of her tea. Marianne, however, seemed lost in her thoughts. She stared down at her cup. Through the rising steam, the surface reflected the small crease forming between her brows.
About the flood, I've been thinking.
Oh no, she's been thinking. As soon as the words left her lips, the room fell briefly silent. The other 3 turned toward her.
Yeah?
Marianne set her cup down. Her fingertip tapped lightly along the rim as she searched for the right words. Only after a long pause did she continue, her tone measured and cautious.
This came to me earlier, while we were on the gondola. We could relocate Lucalan's residents to the inland zones before the flood arrives. That way, the city would be empty. Whatever Sophie intends to do, at least no civilians will be caught in it. On the way here, I had a brief word with the adjutant. He too believes that this is the safest option.
Cat's here. Hey, you. We both were... Second, you guys. There we go. Hey, you! Well, thank you for the kisses. The race to the sea. We're gonna briefly look at my son. Alright, Maheen, have a good night. See you next time. Can I do something about this? What I really want to do is I want you guys to be able to see a good portion of my and me. I feel like that's not happening here. Hang on. Let me adjust this real quick. Maybe. But no, I cannot. There we go. I think this is good. Well, thank you very much, Cringe-A-Cider. He is a very cute. I think he's finally ready to go to sleep. She hadn't even finished before Madeline slumped back into the sofa, stretching lazily as she let out a yawn, clearly not taking any of it seriously. Wow. Way to dismiss your sister like that, Madeline. How dare you?
Marion, you've never been involved in the family's affairs. You don't understand how complicated everything behind them is.
Well, excuse you.
Our family and Cathode Tech only have real influence in Lucalan. The other 3 metro areas each have their own megacorps running the show. And those companies don't answer to us on their own turf. And don't forget, the inland zones still have the trees to deal with. You really think they'd take in a wave of refugees just for us? And if the Andriotti family goes under in this flood, the other cities won't gain a thing for taking in our refugees. Who'd take on that kind of loss?
She casually picked up a piece of cake with her fork and held it out to Marianne, completely unaware of how her sister's expression was beginning to darken.
Seriously, just leave this sort of thing to Mom and Dad. Now that you're finally home, what do you feel like having for dinner? Craving anything special?
Hand's been trapped.
Madeline, I'm trying to have a serious conversation with you about Lucalan's future. Can you stop brushing me off and treating me like a clueless child?
Fairly certain Marianne is probably one of the oldest members of the adjutant's harem. Her voice sharpened, anger flashing in her eyes.
All right. I'll play along. So, tell me, how are you going to solve the issues I mentioned?
I'm well aware the other 3 metro areas won't simply follow our lead, which is exactly why we need to expand our influence fast. And the most effective way to do that is to tighten our ties with Yggdrasil, and make it clear to all of Ulster that our alliance is unshakable.
But our alliance is already solid, isn't it? How are we supposed to make it even stronger?
Oh, I know this one. We're entering a covenant, right? Madeline shrugged. Her sister's sudden intensity had caught her by surprise, and even her pushback sounded less confident. Marianne drew in a slow breath. Her gaze swept over the room, steady and unwavering. Then, she spoke with absolute clarity.
By naming me, a Heimdall operative, as the new head of House Andriotti,
Oh.
that would make me the bridge between our two great powers.
And since she's basically married to the adjutant, just leave it.
Huh? You want to be what?
The winter wind rushed through the lemon trees, rustling and rattling, a restless warning of the storm to come.
She wants to become the head of the family. Don't you find that idea too reckless?
That's my wife you're talking about. Reckless? I wouldn't call it that. As the youngest of the Andriotti daughters, she has always been protected, and because of that, often overlooked. And now, the very girl long ignored by her family dares to reach for the very heart of its power. Is that courage not enough to prove how determined she is to save the people of Lukellan? A faint flush touched Mrs. Andriotti's cheeks. Her gaze dropped, a hint of shame flickering through her expression.
Even if she truly means it, you must realize this alone won't be enough to persuade the other 3 metropolitan areas to agree.
Understand. If one bridge isn't enough, then let me be the second. If I enter a covenant with the head of House Andriotti, such a bond should be proof enough of how strong our alliance is. So basically, we're getting married again.
A covenant?
She froze for a heartbeat, the fine lines at the corners of her eyes seeming to deepen for a moment. But she quickly hid her surprise, returning to her sharp, calculating demeanor as she worked through the implications in her mind.
If that is the case, we can hold the head of house succession ceremony tomorrow, and at the same time announce your forthcoming covenant. That should be enough to get the other 3 areas to lift their border restrictions immediately.
The adjutant's power is not to be underestimated, you guys.
I must admit, this is a well-considered plan.
Oh, let's not rush this, ma'am. The covenant is no small matter. We should first ask Marianne herself what she thinks. I think she'd be all on board. Are you talking about the Princess side? Are you talking about the game or the cat? She frowned, a flicker of confusion crossing her face.
Haven't you 2 been in love for quite a while? This should be good news to her, shouldn't it? Why would she refuse?
I guess the forest is a pretty view, but it's not as good as a view of my cat. I'm just gonna... It's right now. Ma'am, with all due respect, the way your family treats Marianne is far too insensitive. Hey, you? Daiki. Off. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking he might not like the sound of my computer, which is why he keeps leaving. Oh, I missed something here. Oh, no, I didn't. I said that. No matter what benefits the Covenant may bring or how deeply we're in love, rushing this without consulting her is disrespectful. I intend to make up for what Marianne has been owed, rather than take it for granted that she should simply accept whatever we decide on her behalf. That's all I have to say for now, if you'll excuse me. She froze in place, hands crossed together before her, tightening with tension. Her lips parted, as if she meant to speak, but in the end she only watched in silence as I left the terrace. Man, we just put that mom in her place. Holy shit. I had only taken a few steps into the garden corridor when I spotted a familiar figure. Marianne sat on the swing, her brows slightly furrowed as she drifted in thought, completely unaware of me coming up behind her. Is this where I give her a surprise attack? It wasn't until I gave the swing a light push that she snapped back to herself.
Adjutant, you're back.
Were you waiting for me here, Marianne?
You were gone for a while, and I started to worry.
Don't worry, I was just giving your mom a dressing down, no problem.
But don't worry about the others. I've already arranged rooms for Acacia and Cersei. They should be resting now.
I knew I could count on you, Marianne. I reached out and ruffled her soft hair. A small smile finally tugged at the corner of her lips. Our shadows stretched long across the ground, swaying with the slow rhythm of the swing. Every now and then, our shoulders brushed, and a gentle warmth passed between us.
I talked to my sister about the relocation plan.
Her voice wavered slightly, and her grip on the ropes tightened.
Just becoming head of the family probably won't be enough. I have an idea. Why don't you and my future brother-in-law have a covenant?
Oh. Madeline's got the same idea as the adjutant.
With a bond like that between Yggdrasil and us, the other 3 metro areas wouldn't dare ignore us.
So true, so true. I like you, Madeline. You've got good ideas.
Covenant?
Just hearing the word sent a rush of heat to Marianne's cheeks. Warmth rising all the way to her ears. She is indeed based. I'm liking the sister more and more. The wish to take that final step with the adjutant stirred constantly in her heart. Her feelings were true, yet she couldn't bring herself to say it. Something tells me she is not gonna be a wife, but maybe she'll be a good side piece? I don't know. Who knows? We don't know. There's no telling what's gonna go on here. Since the cat's not here anymore, we're moving the camera again. There we go. We're good. We're good. And with Lukellan in crisis and her proposal to become the new family head, confessing her feelings now would only make the Covenant seem more like a means to an end and less sincere. Determined to preserve the purity of her love, she suppressed the thought and let her body instinctively lean back into the warm and familiar arms behind her. It's true. Though every single female character has at some point had feelings for the adjutant. Like Aunt Mira, Clarina's aunt, she totally wants the adjutant. And then, what did she say?
She said
The plan isn't quite solid, but it's okay. I'll think of something else. I'll convince Father and Mother somehow.
I tilted her chin up gently. She let her head tip back without resistance, her violet eyes shimmering with anxiety. You know, I'd say the situation with the adjutants is a lot more blatant. Like, with Rover's case, like, you know, all of the female characters that you are introduced to throughout the game, like the playable ones, they definitely love the adjutants. But the NPCs, I think it's kind of up in the air. Why not just say it? Are you worried I might refuse? Her lips pressed together. Her lashes trembled as the urge that she had suppressed welled up again.
But a covenant is meant to exist because of love. If I bring it up now, it would turn into a tool, a bargaining chip, something far removed from what our love truly is. I want to keep it the way it's meant to be. So even if I have to hold back my feelings for you, I'm willing to do that.
Oh no, she's crying. She lowered her head, her voice growing quieter but steadier with each word. A breeze stirred, brushing her bangs aside. For a moment, the only sound in the warm sunlight was our quiet breathing mingling together. That's not it at all.
Huh?
Becoming head of the family, protecting Lukellan's future, none of those things depend on the covenant to happen. Rather, they will happen because you're meant to take that position, to be that person, to do those things. That path has always been yours to take. You don't have to trade it. You don't have to trade anything for it. And our covenant, it isn't a deal. It just gives me a more justified reason to stay by your side, to protect you and to walk that path with you. Marianne. I whispered her name and went down on one knee. Her fingers trembled softly as I took her hand in mine and pressed a gentle kiss to the back of it. Let me be the one to propose. Oh wow, you're my pride. The girl I want to spend my life with. How many women has he said this to, by the way? And if our covenant can become the wind beneath your wings and lift you even higher, then nothing would make me happier. So, Marianne, will you seal a covenant with me? Beauty, you know. This is how many covenants, how many women is he in a covenant with now? Her eyes shimmered, golden sunlight dancing in their depths. She smiled, relieved, joyful, and overflowing with a love she could no longer contain. Almost 10? Almost. Not 10?
Of course I will. I've been waiting for this day for so long.
I'm glad you said yes. Since you agreed to our covenant, your mother says the succession ceremony will be held tomorrow, and that's when our covenant will be announced to everyone.
Huh? Father and Mother have already agreed?
Man, what's gonna happen once he has to marry more women? Is he, like, gonna start putting rings on his toes or something? Marianne placed her fingertips lightly on her lips, whispering in surprise.
Oh no, I'm starting to feel nervous. What do I do?
Why don't I just take you to bed? Then let's do something that'll relax you. I'll be here with you. I know exactly how we can relax her.
Let me think.
Bondage. She gently rocked the swing, a smile tugging at her lips. Her finger traced the rough rope. That's not suggestive at all. Then something seemed to spark in her mind and her eyes lit up. Tie me up. She's going to ask me to tie her up. This is it.
I've never tried swinging really high before.
Oh, that's tame. I was thinking like Shibari or something.
Adjutant, could you push me? I want to go really, really high.
Really? Never?
When I was little, because of my leg condition, my family wouldn't let me play on these. So, I've always wondered what it feels like to swing so high you feel like you could fly.
For once, the usually composed girl sounded like an excited child. A sweet smile curling at her lips. All right. Sit tight. I'm going to start pushing. Are you going to get some art here? No, we're not. Fuck. Marianne adjusted her posture and gripped the ropes with both hands. With my first firm push, the swing swept forward, stirring a breeze.
I'm so high up.
Wonder how high up she actually is. Scared?
Not at all. Push me a bit higher, please.
What if we pushed her so high that her swing wound up going all the way around and creating a loop? I tried that once. It didn't work, by the way. I did not get high enough. I pushed harder as she arced back. The swing climbed sharply, almost level with the frame. Her flaxen hair streamed behind her, catching the sunlight. She laughed, bright and unrestrained, as each swing lifted her closer to the clear blue sky. That would require some extremely complicated knots. Do not insult my Shibari like that. The wind brushed gently past her cheeks, the sky and ground rising and falling. She could see layers of clouds above, the lemon groves stretching across the distance, and the faint outline of buildings along the coast. With every push came a sharp, exhilarating rush, the feeling of finally spreading her wings. She was no longer a sheltered fledgling, nor a swift skimming close to the ground, but an aquila, an eagle that soars high. And done. Wow. Wow. All right. It's only been 2 hours, but we are going to end it here. Just because I have a lot to do today. It's unfortunate, but I do. I have a lot to do. A lot of things need to get done. Unfortunately. But don't worry, I will come back at some point in the future. Probably tomorrow. So, it's been good. I'm glad we got this new update. Oh. Alright, well maybe by the time I come back tomorrow, you'll have finished the story. And you can tell me all about it. We'll max these out. We're gonna do all of this too. Might as well, right? We just gotta get as much as humanly possible. Yep, you guys, I will, it's been good seeing y'all, and I will see you next time. Oh, I forgot my camera's right here now. See you guys later. Have a good one. Really quick, let me get some music in here. Can't end this without music, right?
So one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Cal, you take care as well. Thank you all for joining my stream.